Hello? Hello? Okay. Look, we've got the quick resume. Metal Gear. Oh, you know what? I forgot. We want... What? My EMP? That's stupid. I can't believe I lost my EMP grenade. Oh, here we go.
Huh. That'd be pretty stupid to try and...
What? Why? Oh shit. Oh. Oh. Shit. Yeah. Woo! Yeah! Get him! Woo! Get him. Easy money. First try. No problem.
Right then, let's recap your route.
Shoot.
Yeah.
First, continue down the road you are on. An abandoned hotel is up ahead. This road ends at the hotel. Enter and you should be able to reach a hill from the roof. There are more Soviet ruins past that hill. Get through there and you will reach the rear of the refinery.
Head for the hotel roof. Got it.
Okay.
Right. Head for the oil refinery.
Yeah. We've heard all this. Okay. See anything? Be nice to climb up this. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Whoa. Okay, so he will climb up. Bro, this game needs yellow paint. Okay.
So that's where they're holed up.
Some kind of electronic lock on the gate.
Most likely it opens only if you have the right ID data stored in your left hand. Perhaps you could find a cyborg with access and borrow it?
You see any cyborgs around here, Doc?
Why not double back? Check the vehicle route again. You know, back at the entrance to the old city. Who knows? Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
Okay. Oops.
Hurry and get that hand right.
Hurry and get the goddamn hand. Shit. Get him. Woo. Shit. I forgot the parry. Oh, come on. Okay. Ooh. Get him. Did I not
Right.
get it?
You missed them all? Well, you just have to fight your way through.
Oh, damn it. Da 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 da. Get him.
Right. You missed them all? Well, you just have to fight your way through.
I don't understand. Da 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 da. Obtain the ID data. Yeah.
Bravo! Excellent work. There was classified data embedded in that hand. It appears that man underwent modification at the Patriot facility, just as you did.
Okay.
The enemy's got vehicles using that route. It's too far on foot and too heavily guarded. Stick with the plan and make your way through the old city.
Get him. Woohoo! Yeah. Come on. LOL. Oh. Jeez. Get him. Okay. No problemo. Seems like these just refill. La 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 la. Okay.
So I get past the gate and into the hotel. Then what?
This road ends at the hotel. Enter and you should be able to reach a hill from the roof.
A hill.
That hotel was used by the nomenclatura, high-ranking Communist Party bureaucrats. All destroyed now, of course, but in Soviet days, full of luxury.
Ooh,
Anyway,
luxury.
you should be able to reach a hill from hotel roof. There are more Soviet ruins past that hill. Get through there, and you will reach the rear of the refinery.
Head for the hotel roof. Got it.
Hell yeah.
So I get past the gate.
Blah, blah.
Anyway, there are more.
Head for the...
Okay.
Right.
Kevin.
Head for the oil refinery.
Okay.
What's up?
Courtney. Let's save. Why not?
Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Yeah. No problem.
You must continue along, Raiden.
Yeah. Okay. What have we got? Here. Okay, I don't see anything. Woo! Whoa! Yeah. Give it to me. Oh. Get him. Oh. Not quite. Get him. Hey, rank A. Look at that.
So I get past the gate and into the hotel.
Yeah.
That all this. Anyway, there are more.
Head for the
Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, bum. Can I climb up this pillar? That'd be pretty sweet. I want to go through that hole in the wall. Okay, we got a checkpoint. Let's customize. Doodly-doo. Doo-ba-doo-boo-boo. Enabling him to channel air pressure into a shockwave. Yeah, but how do you use... Fine by me. Do-do-do-do. VR missions. Look, we got a new one. Perfect. New tutorial. Oh shit. Can you imagine
You will no doubt come across several
they
different
brought back
weapons
the
in your missions.
Nikita?
Best we went over their basic use. Pick up the rocket launcher in front of you. You can equip any weapons you acquire by selecting them in the sub-weapon screen.
Yeah?
Of course, sub-weapons have a limited number of uses, you know. In this tutorial, it has unlimited ammunition, but do not expect this out on the field.
Okay.
You will want to save them for just the right time, I suspect. Try all the sub-weapons you come across. You'll find that each has its own unique properties. Now, use these weapons to reach the goal point.
Sweet. Okay. I thought he said that it had unlimited ammo. I got you. Da 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 da. Oh. Jeez. I don't know about this aiming. What? Oh, that's a grenade. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these sub-weapons, to be honest. Woohoo! Okay. Perfect.
Excellent! Most impressive riding. Your new
we didn't even use our sword.
If I do say so myself.
Okay. La. Doodly doo doo. Dooba dooba doo doo. Okay. Woohoo! I hate that the pulling shit out. Takes so long. Oops. Woohoo! Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Get him. La 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 la. See, I'm getting faster. Yeah, we got 3rd rank. Hell yeah. Good shit. Good shit. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Agnes, I know what you're thinking. No. Hey, get down. She's not up there yet, so technically saying get down doesn't make any sense, but she knows what I mean. Get the fuck down! Hey, stop. Okay. Doo-doo.
So I get past the gate and into the hotel. Then what?
Okay,
That
we're
hold is
already
anyway.
in the
There are
hotel.
more.
Head for the
Ride it. Head for the oil.
Yeah.
What's up?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, save complete. Don't let your guard down, okay?
Yeah, imagine letting your goddamn guard down. Can you imagine?
Check your destination on the Soliton radar.
Do-do-do. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. The Soliton radar. Wait, how much money do we have? Not enough. Fine by me. So, there's a photo frame. A 3D photo frame?
So I get past the gate
Boris,
and into
what do
the
you
hotel.
think of the...
Then what?
That hold is anyway. There are more.
Head
Ride it. Head for the oil.
What's up? No?
Well, I found
Did
this
you need
photo
anything
frame.
else?
No, just want to.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Stay vigilant, Raiden.
Riding, you're married. La 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 la. Whoa.
To get to the plant, first make your way to the hotel roof.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
So I get past the gate.
That
Oh my
hotel
god.
is through anyway.
Why would they
there are more.
even
Head for the.
interrupt me like that? If they're not gonna have something new to say. I don't much care for this sub-weapon bullshit, dude. Uses stealth camouflage technology to refract light into... Ooh. Okay. It'll take more than a girly magazine to get the attention of emotion-suppressed cyborgs. Okay. Distractions. Checkpoint. La la la. I think we can upgrade. Do-do-do-do. I do think I want this. Okay. La la. I don't want to have to hit peeps as often, as many times. Oh god. Cutscene. Oh hell yeah. See, why can't I use this? Oh, look, we got a lady
Those I
cyborg,
have.
maybe? Oh shit.
That woman.
Or maybe that's just those are just clothes. Maybe she has a robot leg. Or they. It. Whatever the fuck. LOL. Yeah, cut the heart when, as it flies to you.
Heart rate spike.
Damn.
Yeah, I just dodged a bullet.
They're fucking with my
All right, I'm
cyborg.
heading for the refinery.
They're making my dick hard. My cyborg dick. I'm thinking with my cyborg penis. Cyborg ninja. Really? I can't climb up there. I need that guy's arm. Oh.
You are good.
Shit. Okay. Get him. We gotta be careful. Get him? Well, shit. Oh. 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 Shit. Get him. Oh. Ah. Get him. I tried to fucking dodge, dude. Goddamn! Woo! Oh god, what a game, man. This is what games should be. Rank B. Bullshit.
Boris, I got a visual on Dozaev and Mistral. Looked like they were arguing over something. Mistral's heading up the force at the refinery, correct? We're sure on that?
Yes, but I'm not sure how good a commander she is. As a fighter, talented, yes, I know, but...
Well, neither one looked very happy. Maybe she'll withdraw.
Oh, I doubt that. She may not like him, but she will follow her orders.
She is
just the leader on the ground here, I think. Someone else is calling the shots behind cover.
All right. But what's the end game here? Say I die and we can't stop them.
What's the Avengers end game?
Are they even capable of forming a real government? Do they think the people here would support Dozaev?
Good questions, Tovarich. History shows it is a much easier thing to take a government than to keep it. An unpopular regime can only ignore the will of the people for so long before they rise up. And trying to do all this with PMC soldiers? Difficult. and very, very expensive.
Yeah, without the
Someone
SOP.
else must be bankrolling this for their own reasons. Someone with very deep pockets. Who stands to benefit the most from all this?
Oh, God.
Most likely someone with an interest in that refinery. The plant has pipelines connecting with Sochi in Russia and Supsa in Georgia. Crude oil from the Caspian Sea is refined in Sukhumi and then sent on to Russia.
Oil. I wonder if
Sukhumi dick?
Dozaev knows he's being used. Then again, I
Suck
wonder
me
if he'd even
balls?
care.
Suck me these nuts.
What do you think Dolzaev and that woman were discussing? Even your ears could not catch it, huh?
No. Even enhanced hearing doesn't help when it's too far for sound vibrations to travel.
Carl, these are
Pity
all new
they were
characters
outdoors.
except for the guy that
We
we're
could have
playing.
deployed laser surveillance unit if they were inside near window.
Welcome back, Carl.
Yeah. Maybe if conditions were perfect. I'd have to be lined up just right to get the beam directly in front of the glass. And there's the problem of noise,
Thanks so much
too.
for nearly a year.
True enough.
Anyway, not much point talking about it now. Better I just head over there and wrap this up.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
I only wonder because
We're
I have no idea what Dolzaev
part
is
of our own
thinking.
paramilitary
The more intel we have,
company
the better.
or
Relax,
paramilitia,
Once
whatever
I take out
PMC
Miss
stands
Trout,
for, I
The
forget.
rest will be easy.
Let us hope so.
I could probably tell you another time. It's just not coming to my mind. And no, we're called Maverick. Basically, in the war economy, Carl. The war economy. Normal soldiers don't really, like, civilians don't become soldiers anymore. You become like a mercenary or militiaman, and then as you take damage, you just get you get cybernetic implants and shit.
Hey, Boris. I know this probably isn't the best time for this.
To an
but
extent, you could say
No problem. Ask me anything.
it's kind of a
My
good thing
goal
to
is
get
have
your arm
open
chopped off,
company, thus
because then you
hiding
can get a
nothing
robot
from its
arm.
employees.
Right. Well, there were a few big proposals we had in the works, right?
What do you mean?
You know, my doing tactical drills with the Brazilian Special Ops
Just don't get your
Force in
brain
Rio,
fucked up, you know what I mean?
playing the bad guys in that South African anti-terror police training program. On-site security consulting for the Swiss.
So the guy that
yes,
we're
we
playing
were
as is
working on
probably
a few
closest to
things,
Fisher,
weren't we?
because Fisher is
Well,
our
I thought so,
playable character
but
on the
they're not
on
a
the
Maverick's
ground, right?
task management database.
Well, right.
But remember, we're
We've
cyborg.
had to freeze those
We're cyborg
proposals.
ninja.
Temporarily, you see?
A little different.
You're putting them on ice?
They would be too much distracting for you. We
That's
need
the
to
one,
focus
Carl.
on current op.
That doesn't seem necessary. You're gonna disappoint a lot of prospective
See, Carl, they
clients.
took this away in Metal Gear
Well,
Solid 4
yes,
because
but
they wanted to have
This
like
is about in money, isn't it?
5-hour-long
I should not have
cutscenes.
tried to hide it.
Right. Open company, remember?
Well, yes, but we can't afford for you to be too shaken to complete
But I
your
kind of like
mission.
that I
Boris,
can.
I'm fine. I know it's not all my
I like
fault,
that these
but my
are
client was
optional.
killed.
These
I'd expect
codec
to lose
calls.
some work after that.
Yeah, not your fault.
That's
but
what makes me
my
wanna listen.
responsibility in the end. We were far too lightly equipped. No one on the field made mistakes.
Damn,
It's a third world country. We were working with the shoestring
third
budget.
world country. That's
If
so
we went in
weird.
heavier, burning Maverick
Weird way to
cash,
say it.
we'd have been in the red.
And that is the tricky part about this business,
You're
yes?
part of the global
But what
south.
is past. And too early to worry about the future. Just focus on the matter at hand.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
What do you think Dolzaev and that woman were discussing?
What?
Even your ears.
No.
Yeah, we heard
Pity-
this.
Yeah, and there's the...
Okay.
Anyway, better I just...
Of course. I only want the more intel.
Relax.
So Boris
Let
is
us-
in charge, but he also seems like the weapons expert. Kevin seems to be on like navigation and just like info. He just gives me like weird facts about shit. I don't know.
You get all that, Kev? The woman with Dozaev. That's Miss Troll?
Yep, the only female member of the Winds of Destruction. The name is from a cold, dry regional wind in France that blows from the Alps down to
Yeah,
the
see,
Mediterranean.
he just does
She
like fun
French?
facts and shit.
Yep. Born in Algeria, though. It was a French colony until they declared independence in the early 60s. Haha, but you already knew that.
Yeah. They were the last French colony in Africa.
You know your history. Plenty of French colonial families still live there. Bêtes noires, they're called.
I've heard the term. The main character in that Camus novel, The Stranger, was one.
You also find a lot of Algerians who've immigrated to France.
Do you think Raiden can like read faster than everybody?
Yeah.
That's why he's been able to read all this philosophy and shit.
Seem to be clamping down on immigration lately.
Miss
Because
Strahl
he's
joined
a
the Foreign
cyborg.
Legion to get her citizenship.
A woman legionnaire?
And not the first. There was one that served in the North Africa campaign during World War II.
He's like a Terminator
Anyway,
scanning
Miss
a
Strahl's been doing PMC work ever since her Legion discharge. We're not sure why
Like
she
a
went
phone
cyborg.
book.
She's officially leading the force at the refinery, but she is also a combatant.
Well, it's funny you say that,
Don't
Carl.
have anything on her combat style, but do not underestimate her. The Winds of Destruction are trained killers, all of them.
Raiden
They didn't let her in
means
because of her looks.
I don't need a reminder. I won't let my guard
lightning
down.
bolt or something like that. I
Yeah,
forget.
but,
They were talking about it yesterday.
Speaking of her looks, she's got, well, I mean, a
So
couple of,
it's not
I mean,
just
huge-
Mortal Kombat.
Look, just don't get distracted, okay?
The Raiden is like Japanese
Sounds like
for
you should
like
take your
lightning
own
bolt or
advice
some
there,
shit.
Kev. So, Kev, what exactly goes on here anyway? I mean, obviously,
But you're exactly
refining
right.
oil.
Especially
But
with
what
my
all's
high
involved
frequency
with
weight
that?
blade.
How
I mean,
careful do I need to be?
I
Skip
get
that week in science class, huh?
I get a bunch of lightning
All right.
and shit.
How much do you know already?
Just the basics. They take crude and refine it into gas and stuff. Other usable fuels, right?
Well, yeah, and stuff. Kerosene,
And
liquefied
stuff.
petroleum gas, naphtha, jet fuel.
Naphtha.
The raw material for ethylene, which is then the raw material for polyethylene and other plastics. Crude oil is used for a lot more than just fuel, you know. These days,
Why do they
it's
call
the
it
core
ethylene and
component
not
of just about every
uniethylene?
chemical product.
Okay.
Crude contains a lot
Or
of
is the
molecular
uni
hydrocarbons
understood?
and impurities. The refinery distills and extracts these hydrocarbons at their different boiling points. Once the impurities are removed, what's left can be used to make gasoline and so on.
Or is uniethylene
Right.
something else?
So, pretty much exactly what I said in the first place.
Oh, well, if you know all this already, I guess we're done here.
I could use a bit more detail on.
All right, cool then. Kevin out.
LOL?
Hey, Kev, you have anything on that sword Sam was using? Didn't seem like your garden variety.
Oh, yeah, there's
high-frequency
another-
blade.
It's
Cyborg
not.
ninja.
It's a samurai sword. The real deal. 16th century make.
maybe he's
handed
not a
down in his
ninja.
family ever since. Sam had it
I don't know.
recast
The
as a
concept of
high-frequency
ninja
blade.
is all muddied.
Doesn't say by who.
Is this something I need
Like-
to worry about?
Maybe. You know
A
the
ninja
basics
in
of
this
sword
game
making, right? The harder the
Is
metal,
not
the
a
better it
like a
cuts,
historical
but also
ninja.
the
It's
more
an
brittle it is.
evolution.
So a sword's got to be sturdy, but also just pliable enough to absorb shock without breaking. Walking that line, striking that balance, that's what makes sword crafting an art. Japanese swords fuse different types of
Yeah,
iron, each with
your sword
different
needs
amounts
to.
of carbon.
No, he's right.
Different
Kev
levels
is
of
right.
flexibility, in other
You
words.
need to.
So the
It needs
blade
to
can
be able to
tough
like bend.
and razor sharp.
And that gets multiplied when the sword gets the HF treatment?
Yeah. Basically, the high-frequency upgrade sets the blade vibrating really, really fast, right? That vibration acts on the electron shells of atoms in the sword and the local electromagnetic field. When the EMF achieves resonance, the blade's
EMF.
bonding is strengthened. At a quantum level, it's like the entire sword is made up of the exact same particle type. It also disrupts any atoms it comes into contact with. Say, those that make up the target. Their electron clouds shrink from exposure to quantum decoherence at the Planck scale.
The Planck
In
scale.
other words, it electrically severs the bonds
Carl,
that keep the
isn't
target's
that's like the
atoms together.
shortest measure of
You lost
distance
me
or
around
whatever?
the EMF part.
And that's the dumbed-down explanation. To be honest, even I don't
Carl, they were
understand all
talking
the
about
details.
maths
Point is,
yesterday.
an
Some sort of
HF upgrade is
equation.
like an amplifier.
Schrodinger
It
equation.
multiplies what's already there.
I forget
So
in what
Sam's
context.
badass blade might give him the edge. I mean, you
Shortest
know what I mean.
meaningful
The
measurements. I
original
got you.
sword was really that good?
Sounds like it. Says here it's a Murasama blade.
Murasama. Sounds familiar.
One of the top 10 best-known sword makers worldwide. Easy.
Damn.
In Japan, he is legendary. They say his
Incredible.
swords thirst for blood, that they choose who will wield them, you know, that sort of thing.
Ooh, now I really am scared.
I know, right?
Yeah, whatever the fuck you say, Carl.
Raiden, head for the oil refinery.
No, I get you. I sort of understand. Not really, though.
Raiden, you need to save?
Sure, Courtney.
Did you catch all that? With Dosaev and Mistral?
Yeah, I was monitoring the whole time. Dolzaev's
And they're all listening.
not really what I expected. I've seen his file, plenty of photos, but I guess I expected someone more, I don't know, threatening?
Didn't seem too friendly to me.
No, I mean, you hear terrorist, you think of some cold, calculating professional.
Yeah, terrorist is a
Dolzaev
nonsense
looks
word.
more like some guy off
Honestly.
the street.
Cold, calculating professional types don't usually bother with
It's a
terrorism.
propagandistic word.
too risky.
Terrorist only means anything
Most terrorists are ordinary people,
in
radicalized one way or another.
Yeah, I guess so.
Of course, that
depending
doesn't
on
make
context,
what they do
right?
any easier to forgive. What about Mistral?
But
What'd you think?
it still has its
Well,
use
she's certainly
because, like, if
attractive.
someone's committing an
Probably
act
an
of
artificial
terror,
face, though. I'm guessing most of her is
then there you go.
artificial.
But like,
Roger
people
that.
don't view state terrorism as terrorism. They don't call it that. But we need to add that to our lexicon more. People need to be able to identify and call out acts of state terrorism. That's what I say.
So Mistral's from Algeria.
Algeria?
Have you ever been?
No. You?
Once, for a consulting job. Pretty short trip, though.
I hear it's pretty safe there now, compared to how things were at the start of this decade.
Yeah, I was able to slip a little sightseeing in. Pretty nice spot for a vacation. Kind of hot, though. 80% of it's the Saharan desert. And
Really?
wow, it was just like you'd imagine. So much sand. You could easily imagine camel caravans trekking beneath the early evening moon.
Oh, hell yeah,
It was
camels.
like something from another world.
Yeah? I thought only a sixth of the
I wonder if
Sahara was
cyborgs
sandy
hate
like
sand,
that.
Carl.
The French carried out a bunch of nuclear tests there too, I remember.
But once you reach the Mediterranean coast, it's a totally different place. All these white-walled
Synthetics,
buildings
that's what I was
framed
trying to say
against intense
yesterday.
blue sea. It's a really
For
stark
the alien.
contrast.
Were you in Algiers?
Because
I know
these
that the capital looks a lot like that.
Yep.
they
The local
kind of
cuisine's
remind
totally
you of
French
like
influenced. I'll never forget this
replicants,
one lunch near my hotel.
androids,
Baguette sandwich and a cafe au lait.
synthetics,
Simple and simply
but
unforgettable.
they're different
Oh,
because they're
there were a bunch of
cyborgs.
sweet shops in town too. High quality European candy, but so cheap.
Everywhere,
Sounds
Carl?
like you ate your way across the country.
Well, food's an important part of local culture.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Courtney loves eating
and speaking
food
of which, the seafood.
based
I
on
didn't expect to see Mediterranean fish and African
where her next
cuisine,
job
but
is.
it was also fresh and flavorful.
So she likes to see how,
They'd fry up
let's say,
small fish whole, then drizzle them with
she's
lemon
in
juice.
Washington, D.C.
I could have eaten that all day.
she's like, okay,
Sounds like a lot of
we're
calories.
going to
I tried to stay active, you know.
Colombia.
Hey,
Are there
did
any
you know my
local
visual
Colombian
analyzers
food
can tell
places?
me how much someone weighs?
South American
Yeah.
food places,
I'll have
at
to
least.
talk with Doc about disabling that
And
one.
then when she goes to Colombia, she'll actually seek out the food and she'll compare. Courtney's very cultured when it comes to food, Carl.
Raiden, what you said before about your sword being a tool of justice, I just want to say I agree 100%. I wish all PMCs thought that way.
PMCs.
Glad to hear you say that.
Yeah,
You
see,
mentioned it was part of some samurai code?
Yeah,
we
I didn't grow up using a sword.
Raiden,
I fell into it by chance.
to remind you, Carl,
during a mission. After that,
because
I decided to
obviously
train
you knew
the
this
HF
before, you
blade.
just forgot.
I studied a lot of samurai techniques. I really got
Raiden
into it.
was
Started learning more
child
and more
soldier.
about ancient Japan and the samurai code. I tore through stacks of books,
But he didn't even, like,
movies,
or-
anything I could get my hands on.
he was just
Somehow
brainwashed
hard to imagine you settling in with a big
from a
bucket of
young
popcorn.
age.
What? A cyborg can't have hobbies?
And then in Metal Gear
I'll
Solid
have
2,
you
the
know
whole
I'm
point of
actually
that
a huge
game
movie buff.
Okay.
is him breaking out
Okay.
of
So that's where you picked up this Sword of Justice creed?
the
Yeah.
brainwashing,
Most of it from a single master named Munenori Yagyu.
the
He
Wokamine
founded
virus.
a school
Yeah.
of swordsmanship
Well,
on the idea that violence can be necessary for
You know
the
how we
greater
have this
good.
codec in Metal
He
Gear
called
Solid
it
2?
Tatsujinken, the life-giving
Some of the people in the
sword.
codec were
Yagyu
actually an
believes
AI
power isn't evil in
disguising
itself.
themselves. It's
It's how it's applied that
as other people.
matters. As time went on, Katsujin-ken incorporated deterrence.
Deterrence.
It took on the meaning of winning without fighting.
And so now
or as I
we
like
want
to
to
say,
get, we want to rise
keeps another in the sheath.
to get
That's from George Herbert. He was an English priest, 17th
Revengeance.
century, almost the same era as Yagyu.
Revengeance, Carl.
It's a universal idea, I guess.
Exact revengeance
You
on
could frame
all
the
the other
same message
cyborgs.
as use of a necessary evil. But I think it's a good mindset for any PMC.
We're not supposed to kill
At
humans,
least as long
only
as there's fighting
cyborgs.
that requires us in the first place.
Which doesn't seem likely to change
Unless we have
anytime
prior,
soon.
like, go ahead.
What's up? No? Did you need anything else?
One sword
guess
keeps
not.
the other in
Just
its sheath.
Raiden, the Mistral woman. Is she truly a full-body cyborg?
That's what the intel says, at
Maybe
least.
she is, okay.
Why? You notice something?
Indeed. Two somethings, in fact. Based on their movements, her chest region did not
Oh my
appear
God.
to be artificial.
Jesus
You can
Christ.
tell that just from what I saw?
Indeed. After some detailed image analysis,
Kojima
I am
didn't even
80%
write this,
certain
and they're
that
talking
is
about
her own
breasts.
natural torso. If it is indeed a cyborg Jesse,
Now there are
it
two
is
of
the
them.
most advanced I've ever seen. Such technology would not come cheap. It would mean whoever is backing Desperado is likely quite wealthy.
Probably
Oh man,
so.
her.
As far as Mistral
those
goes,
aren't cyborg
it really doesn't
implants.
matter to
Those
me.
are
Natural,
pure,
synthetic, man, woman. An enemy is an enemy.
all
Are you not
natural
even the least bit curious?
silicone.
Doc, I'm seeing Desperado cyborgs explode here after I take them down.
For security purposes, I would imagine. Cyborgs often use classified tech from suppliers who take great pains to maintain their trade secrets.
Oh no, the war economy.
Most likely, these models have a self-destruct failsafe that triggers once they cannot defend themselves.
So they die even though their brains could be transferred to a new body?
I understand your concern, Raiden, but I'm sure these conditions were clearly stated in their contracts. This is one area that is well regulated by the law. PMCs must inform their workers of such things. These men knew the danger when they signed up. No doubt they were compensated for the additional risk.
Yeah.
Right.
You should be more concerned with
Yeah,
the
the
potential
law.
for data loss in these explosions. They could
I
damage
am the
or
law.
even erase the holographic memory in their left hands. Though to think on it, the data is most likely automatically wiped before detonation, just in case it would survive the explosion and resulting shockwave, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure, Doc.
You must remove the hands before the critical system shutdown sequence can activate. Remember it this way. Before you kill, make certain no cyborg is left with a left hand.
Okay.
Raiden, have I told you of the research I was conducting before we met?
Several times.
It was the Cold War. East Germany. The DDR.
Yeah.
My field was infantry weapon research. It was a magical time. Secret research. Top secret, you know. All for the Soviets.
They
but
don't call
so
him
exciting.
the doctor
I was
for
free to
nothing,
explore
Carl.
wherever my findings took me. I never had a budget request refused. Not once. I was young then.
He's got a PhD
working,
in
always working. Most nights I would sleep under my desk, you know. Call it nostalgie, but East Germany wasn't so bad.
shit.
Nostalgie
What
being
was
German
his
for East nostalgia,
major?
of course.
Of course.
What did he do his thesis on?
Yes, the bureaucracy
forget.
had its problems. But my colleagues, the discoveries. Well.
Toilet
in any case,
attendants.
after unification, they suddenly shut down our entire facility. Everything I'd worked for, my job, my research, poof, gone just like that.
Sounds rough.
I've often said I would be a homeless vagrant if myoelectric prosthesis hadn't lent me a hand.
Damn.
Artificial limbs were crude props then, you know, designed only for appearances. They were hardly functional. If you lost an arm or leg, you were disabled, and that was that. The key was running actuators based on electromyography signals from the skin's surface, of course. This enabled a great range of movement, even more so than a natural
Yeah,
limb.
this guy
It was then I realized my
knows
knowledge
all
of
about the
robotics and
cyborg
engineering could come in handy.
So yeah, Boris
So,
is like
I contacted a
head guy
prosthesis
with
laboratory in Dortmund, and I
weapons
was hired
and stuff.
immediately.
Kevin is like
Patents filed in my name made quite a bit of money, you know.
just
Soon I
info.
was made the head of my own lab.
And that's when you started filling orders
Courtney
from
is
PMCs.
emotional support.
Indeed. From contractors who'd been referred by the employers, to be
Even
exact.
though we have
Workers from your industry
suppressed,
quickly became our best customers. We were flooded with orders. But my field
like
was never
feelings or
full
whatever.
body conversions. You can imagine my surprise when Boris
I wish I
contacted me.
had suppressed
Yeah.
feelings. Can
Our
you imagine?
previous cybernetics maintenance
I
guy went
technically
into
do with
hiding.
all these drug
But
prescription
I built
drugs.
on my
I'm on,
knowledge
but-
and now consider myself an expert on all cyborgs, both partial and full body.
Glad I could help with your on-the-job training. Seriously, though, we're lucky to have you on board.
Yes,
Yeah.
I should think we have both benefited from our arrangement. Which reminds me, do not forget our other arrangement. The cyborg's left hands, if you would.
Yeah. We need their left hands.
Raiden, the Mistral woman. Is she truly a full-body cyborg?
That's
Okay,
what
we already heard this.
Indeed, based on...
Yep.
Indeed, if it isn't such technology...
Probably. As far as...
I need to get to a checkpoint. Look, a rocket launcher. But look, there's also guys. Oh shit. Yeah, look, Carl, we have the Eagle Vision detective mode. Augmented reality. Oh. Oh. Get him. What? I disagree. Woo! Oh shit. He parried me, Carl. I did a parry. I missed that guy's left hands. Woo! I missed that guy's goddamn hands. Check for that checkpoint indicator. It kind of sucks that I can't customize my body without resetting the checkpoint. I don't really see why they changed that from Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, I get it, these are totally different games, really. Oh no, Carl. This is the future, Carl. Yeah, but we have RFK Jr. as the head of the HHS, Carl. So. We're not getting cyborg shit. At least good cyborg shit. For a while, I would say.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Oh, I'm gonna sneeze.
Up above you.
Ugh, goodness. The cat didn't even run. She's just sitting right next to me. Oh. Oh. Shit. Oh god. Oh. Come here. Bro. Oh, oh god. Oh. Pew, pew, pew. Goodness. Whoa. Get him. Huh. Oh shit. Huh. Get him. Woo! Shit. It should shoot its rockets at me. Okay, not those rockets. The other ones. What the? Damn it. Woo! Yeah. Oh, baby. Good shit.
What do you think Dolzaev and that woman were discussing?
We already talked
Even
about
your
this.
ears.
No.
A bit.
Yeah, and there's the... Anyway, better I just...
Of course. I only... The more into...
Relax.
La, 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 la. Show me that checkpoint. I want that checkpoint. Yeah. Woohoo! Okay. Weird.
Right. The cliff is just ahead at the end of the old city. Beyond that is the refinery's backyard.
So
Look, it's just like Gears of War.
Sheer drop?
Why
The
does he even have
refinery's
to put
not
his hand up
connected to
to
the
his
city
ear?
at all?
No
No,
sense.
it was only built 2 years ago. There should be a narrow path around there that leads to the plant. It is protected by a fence, but probably you can cut your way through.
Probably.
Don't get cocky. Most likely it is Desperado running
Great
security
kid.
down there.
Don't get cocky. Okay. Customize. Ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. See, we make money. We make our digital currency off of, killing, destroying weapons of war. Also known as cyborgs and those UGs, also known as unmanned gears. Look at this. Quick draw. enabling him to attack immediately as he draws his blade. Interesting. Rapid series of damaging attacks. What? Aren't all attacks... These... This has to be just weird translation, eh? That's what happens with these Japanese games. Do-do-do-do. Oh, we can only get one at the moment. Okay. So our sword is as upgraded as it can be, which is nice. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I hope we find a new skin. It sucks that you have to pay for skins. The war economy. But hey, this is a cool cyborg fit faux show. I wish that I could go to VR missions from here, but I have to load into the game. Whoa! I didn't do that. I was up here. Not that it matters. Okay, VR missions. See if any we got anything new. Do 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 do. Nothing new. Well, there are these. La da da. Maybe. Dwarf gecko. Why am I even controlling a dwarf gecko? Know what I mean? Okay. I wonder if there's a way to expand my view. My Witcher senses are up. Uh-oh. Dwarf geckos. Shit. How was I missing? Shit. Oh.
Watch out! They keep on tapping.
Oh. Whoops. Honestly, we need a game like this, but you're Darth Maul with cyborg legs. Right? That's perfect. Woo! Dude, that would be amazing. Why haven't they done that? It could be like a spiritual successor to The Force Unleashed. Honestly, that's what The Force Unleashed just should have been. But I guess they were focusing more on, like, over-the-top Force powers as opposed to just lightsaber stuff. Whereas Darth Maul would be like the ultimate like lightsaber combat guy.
Good. That's the back of the refinery. I see a door there, but it probably has an alarm. Can you use the ventilation duct?
You mean that huge fan?
They've gone down the ventilation shaft.
Just cut off the blades as it spins. Easy, yes?
Yeah.
You got anything on that ray I went up against?
Yeah, we
analyzed the wreckage.
destroyed a Metal
Its
Gear right at
musculature
the
has
beginning
been
of the game,
replaced
Carl.
with CNT muscle fiber, the same type as you, or most any cyborg. This improved its power output and left more room in the chassis for other equipment. It seems they filled this space with Vetronics and extra weapons.
If they ever say a
Like
ray
that
in this
heat blade
game,
and
Carl,
plasma gun.
it's because they're
Plasma
referring
loses
to
effectiveness in the air
an
pretty
amphibious
quickly,
Metal
but it's still
Gear.
a hell of a close-range weapon.
Large-scale UGs have a growing problem fighting smaller, more agile opponents like you, Raiden. This is why we now see UGs armed with new countermeasures, such as this ray had.
And an unmanned gear is basically like a Metal Gear, but it doesn't have to have nuclear capabilities.
Good.
Or
That's the back of
the
refinery.
ability to have a man
I see
in
a
it.
door there, but it
But
probably has an alarm.
They can.
Can you use
Maybe.
the ventilation
Oh,
duct?
no, I think if
You
it
mean that
can,
huge
then it
fan?
is a Metal Gear.
Just cut off the blades
I don't
as
know,
it
it's hard to
spins.
explain.
Easy, yes?
Okay, we already did this.
Hey, so, Kev, buddy.
Buddy,
About
pal.
the refinery. Can I get a quick breakdown of the facilities?
Copy that.
Yeah, where are the bathrooms?
I suppose you should at least know a few basics for the mission. So, like I was saying, the refining process is based around distillation. The tallest building on site is the distillation tower. All the crude oil runs through there first, where it's distilled at different boiling ranges. Lighter components with low boiling points are removed at the top of the tower, heavier ones at the base. The heaviest fuel oil then has the lighter oils and naphtha that distillation didn't remove taken out.
Yeah.
Fluid catalytic cracking is what they call it. Other than that, let's see. There's equipment to remove sulfur, a cooling tower to dispose of all the water used. Oh, and the flare stack to eliminate gas waste. You see that thing with flames shooting out the top? That's the stack.
It's burning the gas off?
Yeah. Burns it up completely, rendering it harmless.
Well, I knew that those
Kinda
were called
hypnotic if
stacks.
you stare at it a while, huh? Next door you have a power plant. It's pretty typical for this type of facility. And of course, the gas tanks. Liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, is pressurized and stored in those round tanks.
Yeah, those guys
It's
are
also
stacked.
artificial,
Carl.
but it's got a certain charm, you know? Like the ultimate
Stacked.
in utilitarian beauty. A solitary distillation tower, all lit up and set against the setting sun. It's an amazing sight.
Kev, you still with me there?
What? You don't appreciate this kind of stuff? Places like Germany and Japan, people get really into it. Factory sightseeing tours and everything.
Yeah. No, not so much.
Okay.
Right. FYI, we just confirmed with the client for your next mission.
Great. How about we finish this one first, though? I'd like to see my family again
Damn,
someday,
I've
you know?
got. Oh yeah,
My son's going to
we're-
forget
can
he
you
even has
imagine
a
that we're
father.
married, Carl?
90-day contracting tour, buddy. We're all in the same boat.
European factories.
Feels like ages since I was back in Virginia.
I don't know about in the same boat.
We can
These guys
listen
are out
to
tear
the
me
Blue
limb from
Danube
limb. Worst you are EMF desk jockeys have to worry about are paper cuts.
as we cruise on the
all
Danube.
Guess you don't want to hear what your old friends are up to then.
Who is it?
Common law
Desperado.
married.
Where is it this time?
Mexico. Apparently they've got some kind of lab in Guadalajara.
Jesus
You're
Christ,
going in to
Carl.
investigate claims of human trafficking and illegal dumping.
And our client? Who's picking up the tab?
Human
If we're planning to
trafficking
play
and
police
illegal
all of a sudden,
dumping.
we're gonna need some kind of budget.
No worries there. It's a human rights group we've worked with a few times before.
Human
They were
rights.
conducting their own trafficking investigation when Desperado came up.
Understood. You can brief me when I get back.
Roger that.
Honestly, it's interesting. This whole rogue just like we're gonna just like destroy weapons. It's just kind of cool. And we don't even use weapons really, except for when we pick them up. Otherwise, we just use our sword. We are the weapon.
Where the hell did Desperado get all these cyborgs anyway, Kev?
Carl, if you look closely the next time we're playing, or we're actually playing the game, I mean,
of all registered PMC troops, we're still talking what? 3% have enhancements? Maybe 5% tops. Mostly career military who got hurt on the battlefield one way or another.
Hold your sword.
Getting their arms or legs back lets them keep earning a living. But most able-bodied soldiers are still reluctant to sacrifice their own healthy body parts. Plus, the surgery is highly specialized. Expensive as hell. Not to mention maintenance costs after that. Unless insurance is footing the bill, most guys couldn't afford enhancements even if they wanted to.
Maverick's got some cyborgs. What's their story? They all wounded in action?
Mostly. I heard a few saved up and paid for it themselves, but just a few. There is this one crazy blonde guy, though.
It was like
he asked for a full
Metal Gear Solid
conversion.
3, where
the Patriots didn't leave me much of a body to begin with.
A little bit of your own character talking.
Finish what they started.
You know I'm just giving you shit, man.
They talk.
Anyway, yeah.
You could see Raiden's hair flowing.
Soldiers are still a pretty small minority. Nice. Not really surprising
that was a huge thing in Metal Gear Solid 3 that made those codecs so much better.
Third world soldiers get hurt out on the field, and that's all she wrote. They can't work as a merc anymore.
Even though the game was paused, it didn't feel like it was paused.
At all.
Well, Desperado's up to something, because cyborgs are definitely not in the minority here.
Yeah, there are a lot of cyborgs around.
PMCs covering the cost of the surgery for their disabled. The mercs get their career back, sure, but the PMCs aren't exactly running a charity. These guys have to work to pay it off until the company at least breaks even on.
Carl, the company owns your cyborg body, so if you want to stop working for the company, you have to buy your body.
I can't prove it, but sure as hell wouldn't surprise me.
Isn't that incredible? The war economy.
So what kind of deal does Maverick offer its contractors?
Oh yeah, I forgot you're full-time too. You never contracted with us?
Nope. Boris invited me on board the first time we talked about it. We've known each other since Area 51. Didn't have any reason to turn him down, so yeah. Never really considered the contract route.
It's just the same thing. It's just like
it's actually pretty rare for guys on the ground like you to be full-time.
It's like
most of Maverick soldiers are contractors. Just like
if you lose your job, you lose your health insurance. It's just like the same. It's just like more extreme.
Never the same job twice in this business. Each mission has its own requirements. Force size, skill set, all that crap.
It's less disconnected.
We contract out on a per mission basis or a fixed schedule for longer jobs.
There are fewer steps in the process to you getting.
Not just PMCs. Besides, a good contractor can earn more than most regular full-time employees.
It's in your body, Carl.
Definitely a hell of a lot more than regular military.
And if they want to quit, can they get out of their contract?
Yeah.
Yep. Of course, just up and quitting right in the middle of a mission would cause problems. Just like any other job, you know? We'd want some notice to settle on a new end date.
It's not just in your body, it is your body.
You're not thinking of leaving us, are you?
Just curious.
Kev, I just got here. I just got to Maverick.
You still busy with all that other work, Kev?
You know me, man. Kev of all trades. I got a lot on my plate. Briefing prep, arms procurement, client negotiation, HR, biz dev, accounting, you name it. Lately, though, I've been focusing more on sales and on-site coordination. Oh, and advisor work like this.
Hell yeah.
Never sleep, do you?
Things have been better since Courtney joined up, at least.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Damn. Remember that time we were talking to Courtney and Kevin was like, okay, stop fucking talking to Courtney. Goddamn.
You still busy with all that other work?
Lately,
never.
Yeah.
You know, I have to hand it to you guys. Cyborgs are just amazing to me. So much power.
It's kind of like Major Zero and Paramedic.
It's not all gravy.
No?
But Major Zero would get pissed about James Bond
in the past few years. But back when I was modded for the first time, keeping artificial blood free of impurities was a huge hassle. Artificial muscles need a constant flow of oxygen from a blood source.
Yeah, we had
just like the real thing.
Cyborg juice.
But it was a challenge getting the kidney units as small as they needed to be.
White blood.
We all had to undergo routine dialysis.
Sounds rough.
Oh no.
Used to be even worse back when Dr. Clark was still experimenting. Bad nerve connections would screw with the test subject's pain receptors. It was torture. Compared to that, I had it pretty easy.
It wasn't until recently that you could eat and drink like normal people, right?
That's right. We generally use glucose-based nutrient packs to keep the brain running. But we can absorb nutrients orally now, too.
Whatever we eat's broken down by nanomachines, and we have taste sensors as well. It's not exactly like it was before. The difference is, I can turn those sensors off if I don't need them. That's been surprisingly useful.
So cyborgs can live pretty much normal lives now?
Well, getting there. We
Banana
still need fuel cells and
machines,
nutrition
dude,
packs,
true.
not to mention regular maintenance.
High in
It's a lot
potassium,
of dough.
radioactive.
Of course, another big problem's how other people look at you.
How do you mean?
There was a time when I wore artificial skin. Tried to look as close to normal as possible.
Ew.
I've still got some now, on my face. The tech at the time wasn't great. You still looked pretty unnatural. Maybe you could fool someone from far away, but up close, even a baby could tell I wasn't human. Going out shopping or whatever, you could feel all those eyes on you. I tried to find something to do other than fight, but looking like I did got me 2 strikes pretty much as soon as I walked through the door.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
Well, you appreciated it when people were honest about it, at least. But when they were too polite to just say so, that was rough. Things are getting better these days, though. Artificial skins improved a lot.
This game is
and you don't get so many stares now that the general public knows about cyborgs.
Maybe I should look into the cyborg thing, huh?
kind of everything it needs to be
whatever I want, whenever I want.
in essence, I think.
Probably
Could it have been
just
better in
getting
certain
Lego,
ways?
Sure.
Absolutely. But I think it nails the essence of Metal Gear. Oops, I didn't really need to save, but there you go.
There's something I'd like your opinion on.
What's up?
Yeah,
How
see,
I
I
replenish my
play Metal Gear
electrolytes.
because I hate politics
I'm
and
basically
gaming.
feeding
You know
off
what I
these
mean, Nafaz?
cyborgs.
Oh, yeah. That. I don't really see any better options, to be honest. I doubt your old body would have stood up against the Desperado Captains or Jetstream Sam.
Yeah.
And if we fail here, it's not only bad for us, but
Where
for
is
our clients.
the chat?
And all of Sukumi.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you're right.
Besides,
did
it's
I
like
turn
you
off
say,
J-Chat?
no one's forcing them to be here. They chose to throw in with the terrorists.
Yeah.
I won't lie. I don't
think
feel
I
great
did.
about it. But in the scheme of things,
chat is stealth
yes,
mode.
I think it's justified.
Thanks.
Shit.
I guess it's never black and
There you
white in
guys
this
are.
business, is it?
No.
I don't
No,
think
it's
there's
not.
anything down here. Right? Where's the best place for stealth? For chat? Okay. Well, we've got... That's where boss... Like... the chat is where boss, like, bars are now, right? Shit. Yeah, I am ashamed of you, Carl. It's so sad. Yeah, all those chats will be lost to time. You can just be quiet. No, no. Here, right there. Good enough. Bum bum ba ba bum bum. Good enough. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
Courtney, there's something
Oh wait,
I'd like your
we already
opinion
asked
on.
this.
What's up?
But honestly, I
It's
wasn't
how
paying
I
attention
replenish my
enough.
electrolytes.
I'm gonna re-listen
I'm
to this one.
basically feeding off these cyborgs.
I'm on hard mode.
Oh, yeah. That. I don't really see any better options, to be honest.
Typically on this channel,
I doubt your old body would have stood up against the
assume
Desperado
we're on
Captains or
the hardest
Jetstream
difficulty,
Sam. And if we
unless
fail here,
I
it's not
probably
only bad
tell
for
you.
us, but for our clients and all of Sukumi.
Yeah, you're right.
Besides, it's like you say. No one's forcing them to be
oh, it
here.
does say hard
They
mode.
chose
There
to throw
you
in with
go.
the
It's
terrorists.
I do keep
Yeah.
I do change my
I won't lie.
tags.
I don't feel great about it. But in the scheme of things, yes, I think it's justified.
What we're doing?
Thanks.
Yeah, we
No.
heard all this. Okay.
Raiden, are you fully versed in the features of your AR display? It can serve many functions, you know.
Have we heard
Do
this
I hear un lecture coming on?
lecture? I don't know if we...
No, of course not. I'm hardly an expert. Of course, I know the first practical application of the technology was for aircraft HUDs. Then
HUDs.
head-mounted displays, HMDs. The data could be seen even as the viewer moved their head. As the technology improved, it was integrated into retinal imaging, contact lenses. Soon it became standard issue not just for pilots,
Damn,
but infantry
this user
soldiers as well.
interface
Of
for
course,
this goddamn
with
game.
cyborgs such as yourself, the data can be fed directly to the optic nerve.
No lecture, huh? Anyway, there's more to my augmented reality than just upgraded HMD tech.
Of course there is, Dummkopf. You did not
It's
let me
some-
finish.
Oh,
Stupid.
You weren't finished?
AR is a much broader concept. It is more a design concept than a particular imaging methodology. It encompasses
It's not really
HUDs,
stupid, but,
HMDs, any and all manner of visual real-time data overlay. Though recently, some
See,
reserve the
it's
AR
games
labels
like
of
this.
virtual objects the subject can both see and touch.
It's probably a
For
good
example,
idea
your codec menu and zoom slider.
to
Such
have
objects do not exist
different
anywhere in the real world, not even as
scene-
images.
or
They are
different
fed
buttons
directly to
I
your
can press.
optic nerve, so only you can see them. Yet, when you interact with them, sensory
so that
feedback
it
is
looks
delivered to the
better.
nerves in your fingers.
Like the
It
chat
gives
can
you the sense
change
of touching a thing that does not exist.
contextually. But how would I
Beats
know?
lugging around a sat radio and giant scope, that's for sure.
Headset editions? I mean, yeah, sure. I wouldn't much. I mean, I'd probably try it out, but I don't know how much I'd get into VR gaming. I'm already playing 20 fucking year old games. That's all I do. 15 to 20 years, 10. This one's like the newest one I've played in a while. I guess Metal Gear Solid 3 is about as new, though. Okay.
There is another school of thought on precisely what constitutes AR.
Seriously, more of this?
It defines AR as anything which obscures
Oh, really?
the boundary
I know they did
between reality
they did
and
that in
experienced
the
by
VR
viewer.
missions for Metal Gear
Why would
Solid
that be
2.
different from VR?
Well, for example, let's say that you and I are having a nice chat face to face.
I saw an over-the-shoulder
Suddenly, I
mod.
disappear. Poof. And in my
Or
place
some
appears a
shit
ravishing
someone was
nubile
doing.
young woman. Is the girl the projected
Metal Gear
image
Solid
or the
1,
reality?
which is
Perhaps I was
very
the AR.
interesting.
How would you know?
It's like,
The accent might be a clue.
oh my
such
god,
things can be controlled with a simple hack of your auditory nerves.
integral.
Well, that's comforting.
God damn it!
So
I
how
need-
is this different
I
from
want to
VR
play
again?
integral. Yeah.
Well, it is.
I hate that that's-
It's, I suppose,
Damn it.
strictly speaking, it
Because
is.
I only have
rather
VR missions
similar.
here in the
Both are a
States.
method for completely fooling the senses rather than simply augmenting them. Although, technically, it would be MR, mixed
MR.
reality, since there are some real elements involved. Yes, of course. That would be the distinction and the correct term. In any case, the advance of MR technology leads to many interesting philosophical questions.
Yeah.
What happens when appearances cease to have meaning? It is no longer see it to believe it, after all. It could make for a great advance in cyborg acceptance, you know? They could project a perfectly normal human body to be seen by anyone who can perceive MR.
I don't know. Sounds like it might cause more problems than it'd solve to me.
Yeah. VR missions. So when I was saying that VR missions was, I thought of it more as an augmented reality experience back when we were playing them. Like, I'm trying to think contextually within the series. Like, if they're actually trying to work out the human body, augmented reality would be good. Right? Now that he's a fucking cyborg, just VR missions makes more sense to me. Goddamn Doctor. He's got his mixed realities going on.
Hey, Doc. What can you tell me about the carbon nanotubes used in artificial muscles?
Okay.
I know,
Well,
We
there
already
is
did
one
this.
nanometer, as you've
sort of like a soccer ball.
Precisely. Such structures are known as Buckminster Fuller. CNTs have assorted properties.
I'm
But
pretty
the
sure we
good is
listened to
also
this
quite
yesterday.
alive.
Sounds like some kind of wonder material.
There have been numerous plans drawn up for orbital elevators
maybe
in
it's
the
just
past.
too similar.
The problem being that no material was strong enough to make
Damn
them
it.
practical.
I'm skipping shit.
CNTs make such dreams one step closer to reality.
It's
You
fine.
can change their structures by using the right power voltage, and they can withstand temperatures between minus 190 and plus 1500 degrees centigrade. They
CNTs?
feature
Or
a large surface area
what are the
and an empty
CNTs made
space
of?
within the tube.
See, I
This
skipped it.
allows for such things as fuel and catalysts to be stored inside.
It
It's
doesn't
that
matter.
particular trait which has enabled the development of fuel cell-infused artificial muscles.
Oh, yeah.
Straight out of sci-fi, huh?
Well, truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah,
Science
yeah.
fiction, even.
It's okay.
Scientists are currently expanding upon all of CNT's uses. But it has taken a fair amount of time since their discovery
that's what
for
people say,
practical
Carl, about these
implementations
games.
to pop up. Historically,
You know
mass
what?
manufacture was deemed
Fuck
too
it.
difficult, the costs astronomical.
Practical manufacturing methods were established in the early 2010s.
Putting chat up
but
here.
the Patriots hushed that up.
Indeed. And now that it's out in the wild, we are finally well and truly in the carbon nanotube age.
Carbon nanotubes. Okay.
You must continue along, Raiden.
Well, they don't call him the Doc for nothing, Carl. Okay, here's a huge problem for me in this game. Going into customize, it makes a little bit more sense for VR missions, but specifically going into customize, why does it have to, I hate that it has to, reset the checkpoint just to do that.
Dolsaev and his team must be in here. Find him.
Classic. Look at this. Soliton radar. It would be nice to be able to look. It sucks. That's one thing that they... Another thing. My gadget system. God damn it. That's not very Metal Gear. It's not the most Metal Gear. But let's see. Hey, good luck, Carl. LOL? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, I need to be able to go into first person aim. You are so right. I was thinking, I think I even said it yesterday. Like, I need to be able to use binoculars or something. Ooh. A jam grenade? How is that different from...
So who actually owns this plant?
On the books, a private abgas
chaff
firm.
grenade?
In reality, the Russian state.
So all the money goes right back to Russia?
It does provide Abkhazia with fuel and electricity, but yes, it was clearly built for Russian interests.
How do you mean?
The Caspian Sea is a major source of gas and oil, but these days most of it never passes through Russia. Not since the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline was built. With it, the oil flows straight to Europe.
But that pipeline runs straight through Georgia. Why did the Georgian government allow it?
Money, of course, and power. Having a major pipeline run through your land brings plenty of both. The South Ossetia War taught Georgia they could not always rely on the West for support. They began working more with their neighbors in the region to build their own power base.
So Georgia stands to gain from this coup?
It would seem this way. Any scenario that ends with the refinery no longer under Russian control is good for Georgia. Even if they do not retake Abkhazia outright, they benefit if new regime is more friendly to Georgia. Perhaps this is Dolzaev's idea, to attract Abkhaz political leaders with a pro-Georgia agenda.
And that's why Georgia isn't taking action?
I very much doubt Georgian government would be involved in anything so obvious and so reckless. There must be someone else behind all this.
And Dolzaev's just playing along?
Yeah.
Why would he?
Revenge, Tovarich. Anything to hurt Russia. Perhaps money as well. Who knows?
Yeah, the Russians can't be happy about all
Lightning
this.
bolt.
Let me guess. They contacted you through the FSB, right?
There were conversations, yes. But it was the Abkhaz government that enlisted us. We only took this mission because we knew it would help the people there. Besides, we cannot leave Desperado unchecked. Not after what happened.
Right. I won't let them profit from this mess.
Yeah, fuck
and
you,
we
Desperado.
need to learn who's backing them.
Duh. And the first step to do this is take back that refinery.
Yeah, take it back. Take it back now, y'all.
So who actually owns this plant?
Okay.
So
it does,
how do you...
the gas, not since,
But that...
money, the South.
So Georgia...
And
that's why...
Perhaps.
Yeah.
We decide.
Right.
Duh.
You still busy with all that other work, Kev?
Did
You
we
know
hear
me,
this?
man. Kev, briefing
Yeah,
lately.
we
Never.
Sweet.
What's up?
Sure. I see.
Okay, save complete.
The
Don't
checkpoint
let your guard
system.
down, okay?
That's another thing. Goddamn. We need more. We need better checkpoints.
Check your destination on the Soliton radar.
But I do like how this works. Where there's no going from screen to screen. It keeps it going fast. Okay, I spy with my little eye.
Right then. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using
These goddamn things. These lasers here. Okay. Fuck! Come on.
Dolzaev and his team must be in here. Find him. Right then. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
Oh, of course. How did I not spot that? That's fucking
Dolzaev
crazy.
and his team must be in here. Find him. Right then. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
Okay. I just need to go.
Dolzaev and his team must be in here. Find him. Right then. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the area. Part of factory security, no doubt, but the
Shit.
Dolzaev and his team must be in here. Find him.
Okay.
Right then. Wait.
See, the traps
There
are the
active
closest
IR
thing to
sensors
stealth
in the
gaming I
area.
have now.
Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may...
I think I have to hold the goddamn button for some reason. I just don't do
Dolzaev
it.
and his
I
team
do
must
this,
be in
bro.
here. Find him.
I get into this pattern where I don't.
Right then. Wait. There are active IR sensors in the
There
area.
you go.
Part of factory security, no doubt, but the enemy may be using it.
Close one.
So who actually owns this plant?
Blah, 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 blah.
How do you mean?
The gas, not since
But that...
money, the south of
So...
and is perhaps this.
And that's why... And...
Perhaps.
Yeah. let me
Honestly,
guess.
the number
we
of
decide.
Right.
VR missions is starting to feel a little better now. I was kind of thinking, God, but like, dude. This game is cool. I was saying earlier, Mapaz, like, we need like a Darth Maul game like this, where you can go into slow-mo. Can I? Nice. Because he has the robot legs as well. He's got the droid legs, or whatever you would call it in the Star Wars universe. Okay. We need that guy's arm. Get everyone's arm. Oh. Shit. I got a little hasty. Fuck. Oh my god. Hey, that was a bad play. Jesus Christ. God damn. You know what? I feel like this game needs a silent pistol or something. Just, that's your only other main. Dude, you could do gun kata. Can you imagine? See, I didn't account for that guy over there. Shit, did I not get it? Not quite. I'm thinking Arkham with how I can jump to people. I need to... Oh, he just automatically goes under these guys? I was doing that on... I got you. Just like this. Metal Gear Rising. Revengeance. Not quite. Okay. Damn it. See, the stealth for this game is about your route, like just running to get somewhere, you know what I mean? And that's so good. Not quite. I ran into the wall. notice me? Damn. I forgot there were guys down here too. Shit! Where did they come from? This is what is necessary to find out. I could use a jam grenade. Okay, yeah, we came from here. I forgot. It's always good to remember. Okay. Do-do-do. Perfect. No problem. Shit, I disagree. Ah, damn it. Oh, okay. Honestly, it's not that bad. With that thing. Those turrets.
Someone there?
Come on. I need to be able to hang from shit too. This isn't very Metal Gear Solid. Okay.
More classified Patriot information was in that man's holographic memory.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Get him.
So who actually owns this place?
On the
Blah, blah, blah.
But that...
man, the south.
So...
The Ennis, perhaps.
And that... And...
Perhaps money as well.
I can't just back out.
Let me get...
There we all decide.
Right.
Check your destination on the...
Okay. Stealth gaming. See, it's a little... It's almost... It's almost more strategic in this game than tactical. It's interesting. And I don't know. I need to get right up behind something. Well, I mean, that's what you're doing in tactical games. It's just what am I trying to say? I need to like know what the fuck is going on around me in 3D. Like more, like because of the running more than ever. What? Who saw me? God damn! Okay. No, I'm not. What I'm saying doesn't make any sense, really. Damn it. I forget. I think I have to take these guys on anyway. Right? No, I think... If I get the stealth kill on them, You speak fluent nonsense? Yeah, me too. Okay, why, what? I need to, do I need to think about the goddamn ground? You know what I mean? The sound of the floor. I want this guy to come over to me. See, if I were Darth Maul, I'd be doing this, right? That seemed to, I mean, here. Let's get their pattern down. Boo, 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 boo. We just have all of our knowledge. And we're gonna use it. Where's... Okay, we don't have to grab the arm again. That's nice. So I solved the puzzle. Yeah. Get him! Whatever. Okay. It's down here. Okay, I've been at checkpoints. I'll go to and do a VR mission. That's how I've been playing the game. But I haven't done any of the gecko shit. I loaded up one. But I didn't do it. Bum 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 bum. Okay. But I did, I've done the tutorials, and like one that I unlocked. Okay. Yeah, I just do these, I think these things like respawn, dude. Great Fox. Right in. That's the thing, Olga was like a cyborg ninja, is proto-cyborg ninja or whatever. Something, right? That was what they were doing. It like, so... But... And that's what's interesting about, what's the little girl's name? God damn it. La, 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 la. I forget. At this moment. Any other time, I'd probably be able to tell you. Damn. Okay, let's go check out a VR mission. Sunny, there you go. That's it. Because of the eggs, yeah. Mm. Okay. See, I've been doing this one over again. This is a good one to just, like, get some practice in. God, it's a good one. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh. 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 Damn it. I should have... Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Honestly, I bet if I just reset OBS or... But that just means the stream. But that does... Well, we could try that. It's been 2 hours. I would just manually cut a VOD in 2. Hold up, everybody! It's just old PC bullshit. Oh. Damn it. See, we're going way too slow, but I'm having fun. VR missions. Goddamn! I swear I was getting, like, iframes from doing dodging like that. To an extent, it's...
Cannot be!
Damn it.
What happened? You're supposed to be stronger than this!
I am. I can't believe I'm dying. Okay. Let's get down to business to defeat these guys. I should have... Yeah. Have you ever seen Dracula riding? Let's get this. Let's get this. Dude, this game is fucking amazing. At its core. Oh, I always freak out when I start doing that, and I let go of the trigger. I need to be ready when I go into blade mode, dude. God damn. Honestly, on a PlayStation... No, oh. Not quite. Oh my god. do 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 do. Oh. Okay. Oh, I tried to jump over that. It's a crazy game. That's for sure. Dude, I need to get better. I've upgraded my sword completely. So, I think that probably changes things. Yeah. Shit, I should have just run away. Not quite. See, I suck at... Yeah? Oh, fuck. Damn it. God damn! I need to get better at aiming, is what I need to do. Dude. Okay, hear me out. What if I've been playing the game all wrong by playing it in Type B? Let's just try it again. Let's just try it again. I think there's a problem because I like to use inverted controls for my camera. No, I think we're fine. Did I confirm though? And I'm just going crazy. Options. I did, yeah. That's what I thought. I was using my left thumb. Do 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 do. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Easy. Whew. God damn, they're kicking my ass. Yeah, we need another one of these. We need another one of these games. Or something. That's why I was thinking of the Darth Maul game in my head as a, like, fuck Disney, but like Darth Maul game. The swords! Woo! I don't know. Oh, come on, I was in the area. See, we want to get under a minute, and I just suck. But I did just change up my control scheme. Oh, I missed. Hey, what's up, Inquisitor? Okay. We're just doing some VR training. Okay, so yeah, it's better to take out the thing than wait for them to blow up. Huh. See, I didn't get all three. Shit! I want to be able to chain, I want to, like, Sonic. Ooh, that was a manual one. It was a free blade. Oh. See, I'm not going after the legs is the problem when I do that. God damn! Let's see. I could always get a parry. Boo, 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 boo. See. Do 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 do. Oh. God damn. Oh. Damn. That was a decent combo for a set. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. Iframes. Oh. Huh. Huh. God damn. I need to just deal more damage to that thing. Prioritize that goddamn thing. Yeah. Easy money. Get him. Oh. Damn it. I tried to dodge. Oh. It's just a fun game. I don't know. I missed. Not my best time. Okay, let's just forget about getting my best time. I know I did better the other day. Whatever. It took me less time to do better the other day, but at the same time, I just completely changed. Let's do it one more time. Oh, we still get points for completing it, even if we don't get our best time. That's nice. Why? The company just gives me funds to do VR missions. I guess so. More and more VR missions. Guys, I just need to do one more. Trust me. Damn it. Get him. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on. Okay. Not quite. You see, not enough of my, See, and I'm not trying to parry it either. I need to be parrying it. Woo! Get him. Get him. Not quite. Getting everybody that I need to. God damn. Didn't beat our best score. Oh, we're getting closer. It's all that matters. Okay. Yeah, we had a much longer combo another time. See, what I was doing was I was using my left hand on the right stick for type B controls. Meaning the camera was still the right stick with the sword, and the free hand was on the left hand. So it's like I'm missing out on the inputs in that way. When I play it that way, it's like, why was I playing it that way? But it just felt right. I don't know. But this feels... I've gotten... I get it. Yeah. This is what we want to do. You know, we could play the first dwarf gecko thing. Raiden knows what the fuck a dwarf gecko is. Right. God damn it. Bum, 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 bum. Just the first one, for now. Because now that we're seeing them... Okay, look at this. Okay. Oh, I didn't look down enough. Shit, I could have just run forward. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Get him. Interesting. Oh my god. I got silver rank. Damn. 3D platforming. Hell yeah. Look at all that. Dude, I'm a badass. That's incredible. Oh! I almost... you know where I hesitated? We'll figure it out. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're done with VR missions for now. Yeah. Oh, baby.
I was wondering.
I should have called some peeps.
Jack the Ripper.
No
Whatever.
one calls me that anymore. Dosaev, where is he?
I can show you a better time than that crusty old bear.
You're in charge here?
I am Mistral, the cold wind of France.
France.
And you, your reputation precedes you. Liberian, but white as snow. A natural-born killer, even as a child.
That was a long time ago.
I was born in Algeria myself, you know?
Damn.
I'm only half French.
And?
We had our own civil war in the 90s. So you see? Cut from the same cloth, you and I.
You don't know me.
I lost my whole family. Everything. But I butchered those fuckers.
Oh my god.
My family's killers. That's when I realized I am a killer too. And a good one at that. I slaughtered dozens in Iraq, in
Can you
Afghanistan.
imagine?
I'd found my calling.
Proud of that, are you?
What happened, happened. To be honest, I found it quite dull.
Uh-oh.
My enemies fell like domino, one after another.
Oh
Not
god,
once
what is she?
did
What are
I feel
those things?
threatened.
Oh no.
I was adrift, without challenge, without
And she's got the
purpose.
fucking geckos,
At times,
dude.
I even envied my prey. At least they had a cause to die for. And then, I met him.
Who?
And I knew what I had been missing. His ideals gave my life meaning. Ideals, Jack. What are yours?
I protect the weak.
Still? So naive.
And if I must kill to protect them, then so be it.
I gotta kill all the
It seems
cyborgs.
we have less in common than I thought.
I'll take that as a compliment.
If you would
All the
kill for your
war
ideals,
cyborgs.
then surely you are ready to die for them.
Well, not really kill the cyborgs, but destroy the bodies. There you go. Good miss. You know, it's almost like I played that gecko minigame at the perfect time just to remind everyone all about these goddamn geckos. Yeah, she's got like a red leg and a black leg now. What the? Yeah, I do not need to be. She's okay. Oh. Shit. You know, I need to use this.
Don't you want to play?
You know what? I should have fixed the